Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Costa. I'm one of the hosts here at the TCW cast. A little bit about me. I'm a junior at MSU. I was born in Lansing, born and raised in Lansing. I'll be covering the finance section of TCW, which is going to be kind of the first section that we go through each episode. Just going into some topics in finance.
I'm Will. I'm from Port Huron, Michigan. I'm a junior at MSU too. I'll be covering mostly the sports section and just big news there.
What's going on, everybody? I'm TC. I graduate from Michigan State University in May 2020. I'll be covering the physical wellness segment and chopping it up with my boys on sports and finance. You know the gents back in it. So today we're just gonna give you guys a rundown, being this our first episode, just about what we're gonna dive into and talk about in our podcast and what you guys can expect from us in episodes to come. And we're also gonna go over some of our 2020 goals and some of our goals for the decade, being it a new decade. And so
Jump right in.
Yeah, let's jump right in. So this podcast is going to be, most times, going to be 3 different segments. We're going to talk about some interesting finance topics. That'll be mostly moderated by our finance expert over here, Costa. And then we're also going to talk about some sports.
I don't know about expert.
Yeah, not expert. I was just trying to big you up. But we're not experts, so we don't take our advice
that's actually
as
a
word.
good thing to say. No, we're not experts yet.
And then we're also gonna dive into sports topics, and boy Will's gonna be taking that up, and then lastly we're gonna come to you on a weekly basis with some physical wellness tips and things to just keep your body fed good and exercise well, and everything that kind of incorporates under physical wellness. So that's what you guys can expect from us. You guys got anything to add, what they can look out for?
Yeah, so I guess just jumping into the finance part, it's going to mostly talk about just basic things in finance. Try to get you more acquainted to like terms and definitions you might hear if you ever watch business news and stuff like that. Obviously, like as I learn more, you guys will learn more, and we'll all learn more. Because I'm only a junior student in college, so as we progress, hopefully into the next decade.
Yeah.
Speaking of, like we'll be able to start learning some more advanced stuff and putting it all together. So.
Just kind of breaking it down in simple terms, because that's kind of how we understand it best. So everybody will be able to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we're going to talk about sports, usually after the finance section. We're going to do the big news from the week. We're going to have a top 5 every week. And we're going to look at the standings in the major leagues in the U.S. That's pretty much it for sports.
Yeah, and like I said, for the physical wellness segment, you can just expect to learn some actionable steps to taking better care of yourself physically, and also tying that into taking care of yourself mentally too in some episodes. But yeah, just easy tips that you can do to eat better or learn some things that you didn't know before about like meal prep or just various tips on
getting those gains in the gym.
Yeah, you're just taking care of your body as a whole, with the things you put in it and how you move it.
So should we do goals next?
Yeah.
Alright, let's jump into the goals. Fuck it. Alright, so just running through my 2020 goals. I'm coming up on my second semester of junior year, so we got one more year left in this bitch.
Gang.
I'm sad about it. I'm sad and happy, I guess, because, like, you know, it's exciting to start something new. Because we've been
New
here
chapter.
Right, exactly. So we've been here for, like, what, 2.5 years? Well, me and Will, you got 1 semester left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's exciting to start something new, go get a big boy job, you know, start really carving out some sort of life, I guess, outside of, you know, partying all the time.
Still partying.
So yeah, I'd like to finish next semester with a 4.0. I ended up with a 3.4 this semester, which was like a little bit lower than what I wanted. I was shooting for like a 3.5, 3.6, but you know, that's the way of the road, as they say. That's how the cookie
Nothing
crumbles.
to be ashamed of, though.
Yeah. So yeah, get a 4.0 next semester. So finish that. I'm taking 16 credits. Shouldn't be too tough though.
Yeah.
Most of them are stuff I'm interested in. That's the thing is like, if I'm taking classes that I'm not interested in, I'm not gonna get a good grade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
Just
sure
not
you guys are the
motivated.
same way. Yeah. It's just like, I did that in high school, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. So, yeah. So 16 credits. 4.0 shouldn't be unattainable, but it's gonna require some work, I think. So.
Sure.
And then my second one that I had here was just to read 10 books over the course of the year, which is definitely doable. That's less than a book a month, so we'll check in, I guess, in 1 year and see where I'm at. But 10 books, just, I didn't put any topics down here about what they have to be on or anything like that, just 10 books that I'm interested in. I keep a list on my phone, actually, of stuff that I want to read, so.
That's dope.
But yeah, so those are my 2 for 2020.
Yeah,
Willis?
so mine kind of just going off Costa's where he's just reading 10 books. I just want to read some books. Not putting the limit on that because I haven't read anything really in the past year. Just get that rolling. Soon I'm trying to get an internship somewhere for the summertime. Should be big.
Are you looking to get any type, like, what type of internship are you looking for?
Something financial related.
Solid.
Yeah. Maybe banking or something. Should always go there. And then I want to learn more about the finance industry and just finance in general. Increase my knowledge there. And then grow my investment portfolio.
What's going to be the way that you do that, I guess?
Researching it, like Investopedia is going to be a big piece, and then like all the investment apps that we're going to be talking about in the next episode. I'm going to be using those.
That we already talked about, but not yet.
Yeah.
Predicting the future, yeah.
I think Adam.
And then just grow my investment portfolio. I don't have a certain amount I want to grow it by yet. Hopefully, before the new year, I get to that point where I know.
Nice.
Dope.
Nice, I like it.
So, yeah.
TC?
Yeah, some of my goals for 2020, I like to make ambitious goals because it gives you something to strive towards and work hard towards. So, my number 1 goal for 2020 is to make 100K. Yeah.
Okay.
So somebody's So
I like it because there's a fixed number on there.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel like goals should be like, to make smart goals, they gotta be like defined.
Right.
And then of course have a deadline.
Right.
So yeah, like you can guys can kind of tell by the boys' reaction that's an ambitious goal of mine. I believe
it's a good goal.
Yeah, facts. I believe that if you shoot for the stars, as cliche as it sounds, if you shoot for the stars, shoot for the stars, land on the moon, or
no, shoot for the moon, land in the stars.
Yeah.
Same. Same process.
However
basically.
the fuck it's.
however
the saying goes.
Yeah.
Like if you set high goals, that just means that you gotta work extra hard to attain them. And maybe you say I don't reach 80 or 100K. If I make 60K, like fuck it.
60 is pretty
still
good.
Exactly.
What do you like? 20. You'll be 22.
22. Yeah. So yeah. Another goal of mine for this year is to start my digital marketing agency. where I'm gonna start off originally as social media marketing, and as I gain more skills, I'm gonna be learning like web design and stuff, so I can.
Nice. What are you thinking about using to learn that web design?
To be honest, bro, it's been like the last couple days. I've
Okay.
been like kind of figuring out that I want to learn it just so I'll be more skillful. So, code.
You should check out like Skillshare's pretty good. You have to pay for it. I think Khan Academy might have some shit that you can. That's free too.
Yeah,
That's a
just
good part
soaking
about
up
Khan Academy.
any resource, bro, is really how I just dedicating the time to learning it. There's definitely resources out there like Code Academy.
Even fucking YouTube.
Yeah,
honestly, would
exactly.
learn all
YouTube
that.
University, Google University, get my degree in web design, you know. But yeah, so I want to just gain more skills so I can start my digital marketing agency. I majored in advertising, so I have a background knowledge on like advertising, and social media marketing is something that I kind of am into now. I run my brother's business page, so there's definitely an industry for that. And
Now that you mentioned that, actually, I should like send me your. Well, I have your email, so I'm gonna send your email to my mom because she knows a lot of like advertising people.
Dope.
In Lansing, like there's a couple companies in Lansing that she works with, and they do like her some shit. I don't know. They like outsource stuff to them. So like even if you wanted to do like a job shadow or anything, or at least just connect with them on LinkedIn, because that'll be a good move for you.
Yeah.
So I'll send that to her and tell her like what's going on with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Definitely. Pays to have good friends around you. But
that's what you get at the TWC.
You know,
we don't fuck around, okay?
TCW.
My bad, dude. See, I was so excited about that.
Yeah.
Fucking mix up the letters.
But
So
you know the vibes.
We still don't fuck around, regardless.
No, not at all. But yeah, moving on. I want to, like I said, learn web design and create 5 websites.
Nice.
And I'm just trying to set ambitious goals that kind of scare you, so that it kind of scares you into taking action more. Because, I mean, of course, you got to have like a plan. A goal without a plan is just a wish. But yeah, so just create 5 websites. I also want to grow me and my older brother's real estate investing business and purchase my first investment property this year. So a lot of things on my plate. I also want to do some running events, like not nothing crazy like a marathon or anything, but just something. I found that like running is like pretty good for me mentally, because it's like challenging. I never really like running coming up, but yeah, that's just something I got brewing for the year ahead, and hopefully it all pans out. We'll check back on the last episode of 2020, and hopefully all these things are checked off.
Definitely.
I think one thing that we all have is like build our brands.
Yeah.
And like for the podcast, just grow the podcast.
Yeah.
Get it to a point where we can continue to improve it and get better and help our listeners get better too.
Facts. That's what it's about. Yeah. That's definitely a goal for the TCW podcast as a whole. Is just
TWC.
just to get better as a whole, and as we elevate ourselves, we'll elevate this podcast and hopefully elevate the minds of the listeners out there.
Definitely. So let's jump into decade goals next. I only had 2 up here, just because I didn't really want to think too tough about it. Just some general stuff, but so for my decade goals, I want to graduate, which is kind of a low standard, but you know,
Hey,
gotta get a couple in there. You can just
gotta take
knock
the small
off the
wins.
list.
Small wins, baby.
So yeah, graduating. So my target graduation date is in May of 2021. So that's about 2 years from year and a half.
Yeah, 3 semesters.
Yeah, 3 semesters. So hopefully I'll be able to get that done, get out of the way. My senior year shouldn't be too tough because I'm a little ahead on credits. And then so that's sort of like the beginning of the decade, right? 2021. And then my other goal was to end the decade earning $65,000 a year, so salaried, which I think is definitely doable, just based on like the opportunities that I have right now. So yeah, sort of a beginning and
That's
end
dope.
and goal.
Bro, you're gonna look back in 2029. Damn, that shit sounds crazy to say.
Wild.
But you're gonna look back in 2029 and you would have made fucking a million times more than that, bro.
Add another couple zeros on
Yeah.
there.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so like I said, beginning of the decade, end of the decade, we'll see what happens in between. Obviously, like, goals are a recurring thing. You should go
Yeah.
through them all the time, but
Always.
but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
So I also want to graduate. I mean, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But I also put down, I want to become a multi-millionaire. I mean, a millionaire would work, but just gotta take it one step further. Get that
Yeah.
multi-million.
Get that multi in there.
Get a
Yeah.
couple
Many.
Have myself set for a good amount of time life.
Yes.
And then I also want to start a business before 2030. Don't know what yet. I kind of have some ideas brewing.
Word.
Brewing or
Brewing. They're
growing.
that too.
If you
There's-
get what I'm saying.
There's plenty of
Catch
ideas.
my drift.
There's plenty of ideas in the chamber ready to be shot.
Facts. All right,
Yo.
TC, what you got?
Yeah, I'm on the same tip as well. By the end of this decade, I plan to be a multimillionaire. I believe with hard work, it's definitely attainable. But yeah, so that'd be like my primary goal. And like I said, like when I was talking about my 2020 goals, shoot for the moon, you aim amongst the stars. So just setting high goals is kind of important to me because it gives you something to drive after. Another thing I want to do by the time 2030 rolls around is I want to have my first, I call it the pit stop, is going to be a healthy or a health conscious convenience store. And those are going to be in like impoverished neighborhoods or areas where there's not really too many healthy food options. So that's something that I want to do is I want to have that first one erected and up for business. And then I also want to develop an affordable housing complex, probably somewhere locally in Lansing, just somewhere for low income families to have a decent place to live. I feel like in a lot of impoverished areas, those are few and far between. So something like that, and maybe put it in the same neighborhood as my convenience store. I also want to grow my agency to full service, not only digital, but digital with multiple different aspects, and then
Different mediums.
Exactly, different mediums, and then expanding on that to becoming a more full service agency. And then like this probably should have been like one of my first ones, but it kind of goes along with my first goal is I want to achieve financial freedom, and then so that I'm able to just travel and live life and work on my passions without worrying about like being financially bound. So yeah, that's something that I'm aspiring. Those are some things I'm aspiring towards. And yeah, just check back in 2030. We'll see how them boys panned out, but definitely be keeping you guys updated along the way. And like we said before, the more we grow and learn, the more you guys will learn. And of course, we'll keep you guys updated on our journey because we're kind of all on this journey together.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that about wraps it up for our goals. Like you said, this is just gonna be a little preview about what we talked. We went through the preview of what we're gonna talk about, and then we just wanted to list out some goals as this is our kind of first episode, our 1A episode.
A little intro.
1B. Yeah, we got 1B coming a little later. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe, rate,
leave some
5
feedback.
stars.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah,
Hit
let
the
us
like
know
button.
any feedback too.
Click the bell.
Any productive, constructive criticism is welcome.
Follow
for
us
sure.
on Twitter and
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Our ats are in the fucking
Follow
description.
me on Twitter at tchristian_5. I'm on Instagram at tchristian4. Yeah.
Mine's at Costa Gianotis on Twitter and Instagram. _ in between the 2 names, but they'll be in the description.